Hey everyone, welcome to another Source University class with me, Gregory Ortiz. And today we're going to be going over Selling PBNs 101, flipping your property. So there's a couple of keys to selling PBNs. One of the biggest ones is having domains with quality metrics. So for example, my personal site where I sell PBNs, which is noimitation.com, it's been highly successful simply because I try to find the best PBNs for the price to be able to sell to everyone. Here's some examples of the metrics that I actually sell, which are DA 15 to 30, PA 15 to 30, trust flow 10 to 25, and citation flow 10 to 35. So with those type of metrics, you can rank local sites, as well as your future potential clients being able to rank their own sites in low to medium competition niches. Therefore, you can sell them to people looking to rank for their clients or for themselves. You also want to make sure you have domains with a good backlink profile. Remember, you don't want PBNs with dirty backlinks, and neither would anyone that you sell to. This is extremely important. There are plenty of people who go ahead and they actually just sell any PBNs that they have, just solely based on metrics. But just think of it this way: if you're buying PBNs, you're spending your hard-earned money, you wouldn't want something that's going to have a bad backlink profile, so you should take that into consideration as well whenever you are going to be selling to other people. You also want to make sure that you have domains with a good anchor text ratio, which once again goes back to making sure that you have everything up to par, as though you were purchasing it yourself. Just remember, this isn't, looks like I can't spell, but this isn't 100% critical, since you will be using them as PBNs and not as money sites. However, it's good to pay attention to ensure that they do not have an over-optimization penalty attached to them, meaning that it's, if you find a PBN that has great metrics and a good backlink profile, but their anchor text ratio is 100% for what a potential money keyword used to be, you may want to be cautious of it simply because it may have an over optimization penalty, and you don't want to pass that down to someone that you actually sell a PBN to. There's nothing worse than selling a PBN to someone that was penalized prior, and they go ahead and they use it, and now they have their new site penalized. You don't want to have unhappy customers. Plus, you don't want to do that to someone's business. You want to make sure that they're as happy as they possibly can be, the same way you want to ensure that you're as happy as you can possibly be. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So let's go over some examples of potential PBNs and how you would go about flipping them. Alright guys, so here we are in Register Compass. I'm going to go ahead and search for a PBN that I could potentially use to flip it and make some more money off of it for PBN selling. So we're going to go ahead and do domain search. And it's very similar to when you're looking for a PBN for yourself to use in your own network. A couple of basic parameters you're always going to want to make sure. You're going to want to make sure that the number of pages indexed are greater than 0. And once again, if you do not have registercompass.org, it's okay. You don't necessarily need it. It just helps make things a little bit easier for myself. So you can definitely go through the GoDaddy auctions manually. You can use other tools such as PR PowerShot, or even one of my favorites, which is completely free, expireddomains.net. But I prefer to use Register Compass just because for the amount of money it costs, it's absolutely worth its weight in gold. So pages indexed in Google greater than 0. Okay, we're going to want to make sure that the domain authority is greater than a 15 and that the trust flow is greater than 9. I want 10 and above. Actually, we'll change this to 14 because I want 15 and above. Okay, and we want to make sure that if it does have PageRank, that it's going to be valid or maybe valid. We don't want anything that's faked. That'll help weed out some of the crap that we don't want to deal with in the first place. I'm looking for com, net, and org. If you're looking for other TLDs, feel free to check those as well. And if you're looking for ones in specific niches, you can use topical trust flow. That might actually help you out a little bit. But for right now, we're just looking for anything in general. So we're going to go ahead and click on Find Domains. Wait a little bit for it to go ahead and search for us. Okay, great. Now if we scroll down a bit, we'll see there is approximately 24,000 auction domains. So we might have to actually trim this down just a little bit. So we'll make sure that the registrar is actually going to be GoDaddy. I forgot to do that previously because we're looking for GoDaddy auctions. You could definitely use Snap and Namejet, but those generally begin around $65, and we're not looking for that right now. We're looking for something pretty cheap that we can flip a little bit later on. So now we'll click on Find Domains, see how much it trims it down to. And it trimmed about 2,000, so it's 22,000 left. So we'll click on Auction Domains. And while that's loading the auction, another good thing you could do too is check out the expired domains. Those will be relatively cheap. So what I like to do with those is just take a look at them and see. I like to sort everything by trust flow. It's just a personal preference of mine. I prefer to see the higher trust flow ones first. So I'll just sort them to see. And we'll give this a second. And for the regular auctions, we'll actually do the same thing too. Sort it by trust flow. Let's just double check, make sure I click the right one. I can't remember if it was up or down. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, so we'll do the same thing here. Trust flow. Now this one says its trust flow is a 54, which is really, really good. So what we'll do is we will click on this. We're going to see first off, since it is expired, to see if it's available at registration cost, which would be awesome. So we'll log into, well, not log into, but we'll actually just go to Namecheap to see if it is available. Because if it is, then we would definitely be picking that bad boy up. And as you can see, it is not. Let's actually go back for a second. And yeah, it was already expired, so it should have been available, but it looks like someone else may have registered it already. Beat us to the chase. Looks like it's actually a GoDaddy auction, so I'm not 100% certain as to why it would be showing up under expired. Actually, oh, I see why, because that was the auction one. I apologize. This is the actual expired one that we're looking for. So what we're going to do is have it sorted by trust flow. So the highest trust flow we see are a bunch of trust flow 19s, which are pretty good. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take a look at it. So the highest one it's showing us is vet response. So it also has domain authority over 20, but it's from 2013. Most of the time they end up losing the age anyway when that happens, which is okay. But I will take a look at this one simply because it did expire. Actually, where are you? This guy right here. It expired a little bit more recently, and it is from 2010, so it's a little bit older than the 2013 one. It does have 15 domain authority, but it does have more majestic links. 6 is a little bit low for me. So what we're going to actually do, and I'm sorry, my mouse is acting crazy right now. We're going to go ahead and you can copy and paste it. Generally, you can also right click it and just click on Majestic SEO and it'll analyze it for you in Majestic. And then we'll see what its trustful and citation are. Once again, just because it shows it in Register Compass doesn't mean that's accurate as of right now. So I prefer to actually check it here. And as you can see, it is not. It's giving me a trust flow of a 5, I believe, and a citation flow of an 8, which is much, much different than what it was showing me to be here, where it said that its trust flow was an 18 with a citation flow of a 8, which is not accurate at all. So we'll take a look at the next one, which is in real estate, which is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and look at this one too. See if this one has true stats. And there you go, a trust flow of 16, citation of 8. There's only 2 referring domains though, which I'm not too crazy about. Let's take a look at the www version. Okay, so a 21 trust flow, 21 citation flow. It only has 1 referring domain. So essentially, if that referring domain got dropped, it would lose everything. But what we'll do is we'll actually just go ahead, take a look at it, see if it's available. And it is. So as you can see, for $10.69, you can actually get this domain. Now, it only has 1 referring domain, but you kind of get the point. I don't want to spend the entire video just consistently going through all of them. We'll do maybe one more just to see. But I do like, where are you? Let's see if it has majestic domains. Here you go. So this one has 10 and 17, so we'll actually take a look at these two. See which one looks better. This one has a higher domain authority. So we'll take a look at this one right here. So 17 trust flow, 9 citation, 18 referring domains. The The anchor text doesn't look too crazy. I'm not crazy about the word free download in it, but that could be okay sometimes. But the trust flow citation flow is good. It has from O'Reilly, which may be a comment backlink. But it does have 17 trust flow, 9 citation at the root. Let's see what the www version looks like. 12 and 26. So definitely if we bought it, we would keep it with the naked domain.